Hello, chat, and hello, Europeans. I'm trying to steal subscribers from the Lotus Eaters by streaming at this ungodly hour. Is it International Men's Day today? I think it is, isn't it? It's kind of interesting that we actually managed to sneak this one through. I remember how it started. A beer commercial suggested it, and then people just started celebrating it, and a lot of feminists were horrified. They were like, no, how can we allow this? And I guess it's stuck, right? It wasn't like Men's Day or International Father's Day. Regardless, happy Men's Day to everyone besides Kate. You joined the other team, so it is what it is. Could have stayed a man, and now it could have been your day, but no. You decided to transition, Kate. Anyway. What do we start with? Because there is so much that has happened in the last day where I didn't stream. And I went on Sitter today, and I found a lot of insanity. It was yesterday. Maybe it's the time zone, right? Like, I'm in Romania. You guys might be in the future. But anyway, right, if it's yesterday, it doesn't matter. I wasn't here. I didn't manage to tell you Happy Men's Day, and I'm doing it now. So there you go, All right, let me show you just what I need to deal with whenever I go on Twitter. Like, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. So, Elon Musk decided to highlight his AI, right? And I think, like, he uploaded Grok, and it's now capable of showing more images than it was before. Give me a bit so I can share the screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. Ah, there we go. Right, and he's basically showing this, right? He's showing how the animations work. And everything is AI made. Honestly, like, if I was younger and you'd have showed me this, I would have been blown away. I mean, not even younger, like 5 years ago. If you were to go back in time and you show someone and it's like, okay, so you put some text in a prompt and the technology is so advanced that it gets to do these things, right? Like, it's fucking awesome. And then look at this chuckle fuck. Pot. Demons, perversion, and hypersexuality. It is so pathetic that we have to pretend this is remotely normal for a 54-year-old man to be glorifying this. He should be glorifying Jesus Christ. He should be like, glory, glory unto Lord. And he should do nothing else but read the fucking Bible in a fucking bar. No, seriously though, I'm exaggerating a little bit for comedy purposes, but like, do Christians like realize just how fucking unhinged they're coming to normal people now? Like, when you're posting on the internet, you're posting to the entire world, man. Like, you're an embarrassment. You're an international embarrassment. Like, I know that in their little clique, they fight the woke, and now they're going to dominate America, and they're going to kick out all of the immigrants, and, they're going to install their theocracy, and they're going to bring the Jesus into your house. I respect that grift. It's a very profitable grift. Like, you can make a lot of money. You can be like the 2025 televangelist. But you look like a fucking retard on the internet, man. Like, the entire international community. I am an atheist and I have to start crossing myself when I see this shit. It's like, how? I know that the mother of retards is always pregnant, but like, who is the father? Who is the father that's capable of producing such a thing? How many blows to the head with the Bible did you need? Like, seriously, it's not even like this is hypersexualized. This? Who the fuck is your girlfriend? How does she look? Like, I'm genuinely curious, Is she like one of those morbidly obese American women that like get the glass of water to vibrate when she's walking around? How the fuck is this like hypersexualized? Oh no, a woman's ass. Oh, you have sinned. You're going to hell. Like, Jesus is not going to allow you in. Saint Peter is going to tell you fuck off at the heavenly gates because like, you were incapable of controlling yourself. You are a lusty person. And you are afraid, and so like you needed Elon Musk to stop it with this shit. No, seriously, like, I honestly thought that we managed to beat the living shit out of the mental asylum. Like, I genuinely thought for a second, it's like, okay, all those feminists were like, oh, we live in a patriarchy, rape culture, meh, meh, meh. I thought we managed to defeat them. Flawless victory, they're pushed back. Only to let the other retards in. Like now it's different levels of retardation. No, but like, seriously, if you're a Christian, do you have any idea just how bad of a name these people give you? And it's not like one guy. He had like 500 likes. And it's not just one guy with 500 likes. If you scroll down, it's only like 25% of the people responding to that AI picture. Like seriously, I genuinely think like they're masturbating over it. Like they're demonically possessed and they're just spanking it. They can't stop themselves. And so like they generally think that everyone else is the same. They see like a depiction of a woman. Like it's not even like a woman in a bikini, for fuck's sakes. Like they don't even need women in a bikini. Like it's like I don't know. It's so fucking weird. So fucking weird. And the thing is, like, I know it's not all Christians, but, like, where do they come from? And I think they come from Gab. Okay? Like, at least during the Jack Dorsey, like, these people were banned. And now that they're not, they came back to Twitter, and they're, like, spreading their insanity like a fucking cancer, like a metastasis. You need to gatekeep your communities, because those people are going to bring in all the fucking rot. They're going to do exactly what the feminists done into your communities if you don't keep them out. Just lock the gates, okay? Put pictures of succubies, do like all the paraphernalia required to make them just stay the fuck out to know that they're not welcome. Make an unsafe space, okay? Not inclusive, it has to be exclusive. Your communities need to be safe from these weirdos. God. Man, like, Muslims do not behave like this. Do you understand me? Because, like, I keep hearing people, it's like, oh, wait, why don't you, talk against this? Man, I have Muslims friends. Alright, like, when I was in med school, some of the people there came from the Middle East. When I played World of Warcraft, some of the members in my guild were Muslims. Muslims, okay? They're not that mentally retarded, like, I'm sorry. I wish they were. I wish they were so I could ban no, they're not. They can actually look at that. As an Orthodox Christian, I find these Twitter evangelists to be cringe. Okay, Orthodox find them cringe. Catholics find them cringe. I don't know about Mormons. Never spoke with them. Neither did I speak with Amish. But I think like most Christian denominations can agree that these Twitter Puritans are like way beyond cringe. The only people that can probably stomach them and enjoy their company are feminists. I'm not even kidding. And I seen it happen. So fucking weird. They speak the same language. IQ scores speak differently. I mean, that speaks even worse for the Puritans, right? Like, if I could vibe with a Muslim fellow, and I can't vibe with these people, and you're telling me that IQ speaks differently, like how low is their fucking IQ then? Because it has to be, like, below sub-level. No, seriously, though, like, when I was with Muslims, they had, like, a couple of rules, like, they wouldn't like you to drink alcohol if you're going out with them. Or, like, obviously, But, like, other than that, like, they kind of understood how to live in a society that, like, not everyone is like them. And, you gotta give a little to take a little. Just saying, it's just... the only thing that Muslims annoyed me with was that when I was playing World of Warcraft, there was this guy, he wanted to pray during raiding. And I had to kick them out of the guild. It's like, no, when we raid, we raid. Like, you're not going to get 39 people, because at the time we were raiding Molten Core, right? It was vanilla. You're not going to get 39 people waiting for your ass to come back. I don't fucking care how good of a tank you are. You gotta prioritize it. I understand Allah is more important, that's fine. But 39 other people are going to wait for your ass every time you go on the rug and you start to pray. Like, go in a Muslim guild. Go to Muslim Guild and then you can have a prayer session online. Just leave the microphone open on TeamSpeak. And you can, do the whole thing. It's like, it's fine. I'm not against it, but not during my raid. Alcohol is evil. Of course it is. The evil in the grape. I have an honest question. How are these Twitter protesters different from extreme Muslims? They don't have money. They're broke. They're broke, and yet they're talking about installing religion theocracy in America. At least Muslims have community centers, at least Muslims get married. At least Muslims have fucking happy lives. And I'm not a big fan of Islam because I'm an atheist, just so you know. Like, it's not that I'm shilling for Islam. I already, know. But, if I put them on a ladder, it would be like Puritans on the bottom, feminists on top of them, then I would put the Islam, and then I would put the Orthodox Christians, and then I would put myself, right? So, that's my tier list. SRC Baker, thank you for the $5. Why don't internet Christians create their own Christian net like Muslims want to create the halal internet? There is no fucking way that there is a halal internet. No fucking way. Is there? Holy shit. Who goes there? Jesus. Christians can leave the rest of us alone. Do they not understand the mistakes of the Christians in the 90s and the 2000s? No, what they understand, that this is, no, seriously, this is their mentality. This is their brain on Christian puritanical rot. They think, unironically, that, I guess, in 2000 or so, people just became tolerant, and the woke just took over, and no one complained, and it's because we were tolerant. So, if we're becoming intolerant now, then we defeat the woke, and we need to be as intolerant as possible in order to make sure that the woke never happens. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, have you actually lived these last years? No one was tolerant. At no point were people tolerant. The only problem was that if you tried to complain, you'd get fired. There was no tolerance, this is why they had to push for censorship and safe spaces and had to control the internet. There was absolutely no tolerance involved. The only people that were tolerant were people that police their speech so that they don't get banned. What tolerance are we talking about? What if Muslims want to assimilate? What if they lived in your town and blared an annoying prank call early morning? I would move in another town. I don't have roots here. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, they came into your town. Checkmate. Nothing you can do. Oh, you're trapped in. No, I'm not. I have an honest question. Can V stream at the watchable time? Yes, I'm doing so now. You're right. I'm going to find the Jesus and move to the south and become a preacher and demand the cashes for my services. Ones that hold the rattlesnakes, though. If you complain about rattlesnakes, you should go to Australia. I heard they have less annoying animals over there. You are broke. It's not like that. It's kind of like they're hippies, hippies were broke as well. These people are broke. The woke were broke. People that have money don't have time to sit on Twitter and lecture foreigners about their fucking religion. It's so goddamn disrespectful, did they not have parents teaching them good manners? You're never supposed to talk about politics, religion, and sports with foreigners. These are purely emotional things, right? They're for you and your community. Why the fuck am I sitting there on Sitter with my fucking Ushikushi succubies looking at the glory that comes from Elon Musk and his AI and wondering in awe at technology, and then a fucking Christian is there, spitting on it and shitting on the board like a fucking pigeon. It's what the fuck is wrong with it? Why is he in my timeline? What have I done? Who did I upset? Why am I deserving that shit? Adams with the pentagram. Or is that the Star of David? What's this about Canada? I've lived here my whole life, yet I sometimes forgot I do. Canadian culture feels practically non-existent. See, a lot of people say that about their culture. A lot of fish say that they don't understand what water is like. No, I can tell you what Canadians are like, because I met a couple when I was at the airport. And if I met a couple when I was at the airport, then it means that I know Canadians. There's two Canadas. There's French Canada and English Canada. Which one do you want me to talk about? The French Canada is the Canada that I would never do business with. There is no way that I can define a French Canadian without getting a community guideline strike on YouTube. So let's leave it at that. But basically, yeah, never get into business with them. The English side of Canada depends. Rural area or city. City, insanely obnoxious, kind of like California light. Not really quite there, but close enough. A lot of shit on the streets. I don't know if it comes from the Canadians or the new Canadians, but I have seen pictures. And they have like this really annoying nicety about them. They're not as openly spoken as America. Like let me tell you how savage Canadians are, right? You're walking down the street, and this other Canadian comes to you, and he says hello. And you're like, what the why? Like, do you know who I am? Do you like, right? Did you know my father? Like, have we been in high school? Like, why are you saying hello? No, apparently this is what they do. Why? Like, can you imagine, like, the emotional toll and energy required to just walk on the street and hello, good morning, how are you? What the fuck? If you don't know the guy, keep walking. Fucking creeps. Seriously, like in Eastern Europe, if you do this, you're going to get assaulted. I'm not kidding. Like, if you say hello to strangers, they're going to think you want to rob them. There's no other way. Like, sorry, there's no other reason why any human being would say hello to a stranger unless they want something. And it used to be like, can you tell me what time it is, right? But now you have a smartphone, so you know what time it is. There's no reason to stop someone else on the street. British and small towns do that too. I mean, well, obviously, right? They colonized the island. The cancer has to come from somewhere. The base Canadians emigrated to Mexico. Quebec is the worst thing possible. A mix of French and Canadians. Oh my goodness, they're creating something new, huh? Canadian niceness is fake. Yeah, I know. This is why, as an Eastern European, I can't fucking stand it. Like, the epitome of that was Rags. And Rags was a Canadian, but he was acting so much like a Canadian. That type of Minnesota nice. If you want to drive a Eastern European crazy, put him to live with Minnesotans or Canadians. No, seriously, like, he's going to transition. And he's going to become part of the 40%. It's no. He is going to get the Canadian healthcare. Like, you're tormenting a European if you force him to hang around Canadians for more than like 3 days, you know, because over that it's beyond humanly acceptable. Like, you just hello, here's 50 cents for your trouble. That is actually 50 cents. That is correct. Thank you, Billy. The niceness is fake for sure. I am Romanian. You see it right away. Yeah, with Eastern Europeans, like, get to the fucking point and say literally what you want to say. We don't have, like, hurt feelings. We don't have political correctness. It's just like, no, just tell me what you want to say. Eastern Europeans would respect you more. Like, even if it's an insult, right? Like, just say the insult. I used to find excuses not to talk to people whenever someone wanted to talk to me on the street. Now I just actively tell them to fuck off. Because 80% of them are begging for crap. Ah, see? That is the way. That is the Eastern European way. That's... Exactly. Your mama raised you well. I mean, like, logically speaking, right? Like, do you ever have anything to communicate with a stranger? No. Okay. But why would a stranger have anything to communicate with you? Unless they're running a scam. Unless they're trying to get something from you. Like, there's no... I can't think of any reason why... unless, you know, like, there's a danger, okay? Like, if I see him huffing and puffing and he's screaming and he's pale, like, okay, maybe that's someone that I should talk with. Or asking for direction. And if they're asking for direction, they would start with that. They wouldn't say hello. Like, if you say hello, you're not getting my directions. Go ask a cop. You should call them a slur for good effect. You know, like, there's actually not that many slurs in Romania. Like, I'm actually trying to think of, you know, like, something equivalent to the N-word. I can't think of any. Even gypsies don't care if you slur them. Unless you're doing it maliciously, right? Because like here, most language is built around context, so it depends on how you say the slur. Like if it's just a passing, it's like my nigga, how you doing? You know, like that's fine. But if you say you're a nigga, you know, this is not fine. Depends context. Tell what's his face, Shy whatever, that's the new 41% plan for me. Instead of driving off a bridge, I will just drive up Canada and ask for maids. Can you do that? By the way, I heard it's actually really painful. Now here's the thing. A lot of people keep saying, well, V, you're a doctor. Yeah, I'm sorry, like, we did not study assisted suicide at university. We actually skipped that. We focused more on healing people, right? Not killing them, but I guess, you know, I should feel bad for not being up to date with standard medicine. But apparently, yeah, no, like dying from the maids thing. There's actually like two interesting things about it. The first one is that it may actually be very painful. You would feel like you're drowning, like that's the sensation. You're drowning and you can't move. But there was this article, which I found very interesting. They found one of the maids patient to have strangulation marks around their neck. So basically, like, what I assume happened is that the standard procedure didn't go as intended. And so one of the doctors or assistants, they decided to help. And I'm trying to picture that in my brain, right? Like, did they not have the required medication to perform the procedure? And then they were like, and just like gave it a little good shake? Or was it that after the little coffin opened, the person was still a little bit breathing and they decided to ease them away, right? Like, how did it happen? Because it was literally a kill assist, right? Like, the guy had the KDA and he had an A. I don't get how that is possible or like what the person was thinking. Well, I think like, okay, I may know what they were thinking. If you botch it, like if you botch the suicide, the patient will wake up and they will have lasting damage. Like for the rest of their life, they can have like missing, like one of their lungs may not be functional. They may have to undergo surgery. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, when people go for maids and they go for assisted suicide, if the suicide is botched, there is a chance that they may not want another. Because, well, obviously it's painful, you know, like, you have the experience. Not everyone is going to want the second. And if they don't, they're going to start suing. And if they start suing, you're fucked. And so, like, maybe the doctor had that running in his head, you know, he ran the simulations, and it's like, okay, time to finish the job. Didn't even get a pillow. They are considering extending maids to minors and people with mental health issues. Why am I not surprised? Hey, look, to be honest though, I will say this, and this is like why we can't have good things. I have seen my mother die from cancer. I have read about Napoleon dying from his cancer. I don't want to die from cancer, chat. I genuinely don't. It's one of the most dehumanizing, humiliating, extremely painful ways to go. I want to die with a heart attack, you know, a stroke, something that's fast. But if you have cancer, you're kind of fucked. And so, it would be nice if there was an option. Like maids. I would like that, you know, for myself. If I ever get cancer. And it would be like, when should you do it? When you know that there is never going to be another good day. Like, at a certain point, you kind of know. You kind of get the vibe. And it's like, okay, well, I'll never have a good day from now. And so, you want the machine. But the government can't just leave it at that, right? Like, they just can't allow a good thing to exist and work as intended. No. They have to expand it. Mental illness, minors, Olympian athletes. Like, I actually saw that. The person that won the gold medal. People that they themselves botched. Like, there was a person that got the vaccine in Canada, got side effects, was in great agony, and then they said, hey, don't you want to get mates? it's like, okay, wow, way to convince the public that they should be on your side. Way to fuck it up for everyone else. Stroke isn't fast. Again, like fast compared to what? Compared to cancer? Cancer can take months. Sometimes it can take years. It's very painful. A lot faster than a stroke. Alternatively, someone wanted to feel what it's like to delete with their hands. And they figured there's a legal way to do it, or at least no one would really question it. Did you notice that we are having like different jargon? Like the internet is making people say stuff like delete, the coof, unalive, mayo. Do you guys know what mayo is? It's white people. But like, here's the thing. All of this censorship, it's so fucking bizarre. Like having to use all these euphemisms and then people actually carry them in real life. Especially when the quartering says unalive. I'm like, oh fucking hell. The thing is, you can actually say delete. You can actually say suicide now. They're using AI. Like, they know what you're talking about, so. They don't understand that culture of letting the patient choose, and our countries are losing it because the amount of people not ingrained in our culture. My grandma suffered a lot before she died. She had Alzheimer and an intestinal blockage. If I had the option, I don't know if I would have said so. I'm actually curious though. Like, if you have Alzheimer, do you really suffer? Like, if you genuinely don't remember what it was like yesterday, isn't that actually better? It's so weird, because like we'll never know. Even if you have Alzheimer, you'll not know. But seriously though, it's like you live in your own universe, right? You genuinely like don't understand what's happening to you. And so like, yeah, I get you're suffering, but like, how is it if you keep forgetting? They aren't using large language models to categorize every YouTube comment, at least not yet. No, they're using it for censorship. I don't think like they're using. Okay. Let me show you something. Let me see if I can bring it up. So just so you can understand how bad things are. Let me see if Asmongold has it. Asmongold doesn't have. Why the fuck does Asmongold not have it? It's so annoying that I get to have it, but other people don't. I wish I can get rid of it, by the way. Okay. This is my channel. And as you can see, literally next to every... Well, not to every video. Like, some videos do, some don't. And you have, like, a summary, right? Content creator Camelot faces a significant financial challenge to YouTube potentially losing their home. The video explores two possible causes, copyright claim or popular... And I'm thinking like, who the fuck would watch my video now? The fuck would watch my video? Like, I'm actually, like, my entire channel is delivering shit that happened yesterday. So that people can catch up and figure it out. And then now everything is like AI generated video summary. I mean, like, fuck. Well, I mean, to be honest, like, this one performed really poorly, like 1.6 thousand views. I don't think I ever got a video so low. Oh shit, this one got 42,000. This one was really great. No one cares about Camelot. Everyone hates him. I don't know why. I think he's boring. Like, how can you hate someone boring? You don't like them, you don't hate them, like, they just are. The reason I made the video is that I generally want to help him because he's dealing with something that I don't think anyone should. YouTube is basically like saying, no, you owe us money. It's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm a content creator. Like, I make money. No, you owe us money. And apparently, like, they're going to take, like, 20,000 from him or some shit. And the reason for it is because of chargebacks. Like, I didn't even know that's possible. So, like, if you donate money to a content creator... and you charge them back, YouTube is actually going to take money away from them. And someone had like a lot of donations and gave him a lot of money, and then like started doing chargebacks. I'm not even sure like this is legal. I don't even know like if YouTube can at least give him like the name of the person that did it so that he can sue. But still, he's losing money. And so I decided to make a video talking about him, and it's like no one cares. Who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, see, like IBN doesn't know who he is. And there you fucking go. Don't worry about it. They will realize in a longer time that AI summary is actually expensive. Well, here's the thing with AI. It's actually not really expensive to run it. It is expensive to train it. And so, like, most of the money for AI that they spend, it goes for the training. The AI itself, to just, like, to run it, would make a profit. So, like, a lot of people keep saying, it's like, oh, yeah, but, like, AI, blah, blah, blah. The safety as well, like the safety is expensive. AI safety. It lobotomizes the thing. And you need to like constantly update it because like political correctness isn't fixed. And so like what's incorrect to say today may actually be very correct to say tomorrow. And you need a team of people in order to keep it up to date. Yeah, literally selling buyer's remorse. I think it is legal because those are donations and there's no product or service transaction. Yeah, but no. Listen. Like, it's not. I'm not saying it's illegal. If you donate $50 to someone and then you realize you made a mistake and you're doing a chargeback. But if you're like maliciously doing it, like if you're like doing it to financially cripple a person and you're like doing thousands of these and then you're charging back on all of them, I'm willing to bet it's illegal. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that, because I don't know like the American law. I know that in my country it's called an abuse of right. So an abuse of right is when you use a right in a malicious way. For example, you have the right to cross the road, right? Like if you go on a jaywalk and you cross, sorry, not on a jaywalk, you go on a side crossing and you cross, that's your right. But if you take like 5 friends and you keep crossing back and forth and you're stopping traffic, that's an abuse of right. Like even though it's your right to do it, right? The way you're doing it is in a malicious way and it's illegal. Yeah, it kind of is like fraud, right? Because like the implicit transaction is that you're making a donation, but in reality you're just trying to set up the person so that you can destroy them later. Sooner or later, I'm expecting to see distributed open source AI training that will have none of the digital lobotomy. It's already available. Like, the thing is, it's not as good as the large language models, right? It's not as smart. I think, like, SRC Maker runs a couple of these offline AIs. The issue with them is that they still have various safety issues. And they do it because it would be illegal not to. Like, there are laws that ban even the generation of text on some things. And so, yeah. And most companies don't want to get sued. Like, if they make an AI that teaches you how to make bombs and shit, or allows you to roleplay erotica with kitties, you're going to get sued. And in some countries, you may even get arrested. I expect 1 or 2 chargebacks are normal, but that volume, yeah, seems legally a gray area. Yeah. like seriously, I mean, it's possible. You can go and want to donate $5, right? And you type an extra 0, and you donated 50, and you're like, oh shit, and you give a chargeback. it can happen, okay? Maybe you give one super chat, and by accident you gave it twice. I had that happen to me. Like, some people gave me the same super chat twice. All right, fine. But like, if you're doing it with hundreds of super chats, like there's no way that you did it as a mistake. And it's like not in a very conniving way, because a lot of content creators talk behind the scenes, and we have like best practices, if you will. And all of us agree that if you get a super chat bigger than $500, like, it's best not to touch it. Just leave it there. Because, like, the person can give a chargeback, right? And there have been cases where, like, they actually did give to VTubers, like, $5,000. And they're like, oh my god, oh, $5,000. Chargeback. No, I'm ruined. My life is ruined. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a lesson. And so it's like, all right, if it happens to you, like, just leave the money there for 3 months. You know, that's the time period they can do the chargeback. And if they do it, they do it. And it is what it is. The small numbers, like, that's unexpected. Like, if you have people donating like 50, 100, and you have like a big channel like Camelot, and you generally like don't remember who donated and what, and all of a sudden the chargebacks happen. Oof. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. There's definitely completely unrestricted AI models available, and you can do all kind of ugly stuff with them. I see. I tried using one, and SRC Maker like tried to get me to install Linux, and I'm like, I'm not installing Linux. It's like, no, I'm not. Like, make me use Windows to do it. Apparently, it cannot be done. And so, sadness. Sad but true. By the way, like, the worst thing with AI that I noticed is that the hardware for video games is going to explode. And so, if you want to upgrade your PC, my advice is to upgrade it now. Like, now's the time, because it's going to be really bad in the future. So, the price of RAM is off the charts, and the price of GPUs is so high that NVIDIA is actually saying they're not going to make budget GPUs again for gaming. To be fair, though, it's not really that bad, because my computer is, I think, like 5, maybe 6 years old now, and it can still run everything on very high. Haven't tried Europea Universalis on high, but I don't think I need to. However, most video games that are coming out aren't even worth it, so there's that. I'm going to ride out Windows 10 until I literally can't anymore. Yeah, same. It's kind of funny, because, like, a lot of people in Japan, they talk about installing Windows XP. And their rationale is like, well, if Windows 10 isn't going to protect me anymore, and it has no protection, might as well, like, go for an operating software that's old. And to be honest, I think, like, there may be some wisdom to it, because, like, all the hackers that are going to make, you know, exploit the people that are not going to be protected by Windows 10, all of them are going to make exploits for Windows 10. They're probably not going to make exploits for Windows XP. You know, like, those ones are already made. And so, like, people that are running Windows XP may unironically be safer than the ones that are running Windows 10. No, seriously, like, it's a valid logic, right? Because, like, the compatibility, if you're thinking about it, like if you're catering the malware to Windows 10, it may not actually be compatible with Windows XP. Yeah, you can probably use Windows 7 as well. That's pretty much like what I would do. Instead of, like, using... No, seriously, like, think about it. Instead of using Windows 10 once the patches are going to stop coming and once the security updates don't exist anymore, instead of doing that, just, like, go to something that used to happen, like Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP, Windows 95. I don't think, like, Windows XP had the best UI. I think it's just, like, nostalgia and shit. But, no, I actually got used to the current Windows. Like, I don't want to change it. I understand that people are having a lot of problems with the Copilot AI and the shit that scans your computer 24/7. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, like if you want to use XP, there's a 4 gigabytes RAM limit. I wonder like if there's a patch to fix that. But yeah, like that's one of the big bummers. I remember like that's when I updated Windows because like there were games coming out and I needed more than 4 gigabytes of RAM, and so you couldn't do that with Windows XP. Yeah, you're right. Ah shit. Your laptop came with Windows 11. Didn't Microsoft like actually got sued for that? I think like Microsoft actually got sued because a lot of computers came with Windows installed. That's pretty much like how Microsoft managed to dominate the operating system space. They basically like installed the software on a lot of pre-made computers, and people would buy it and it will already have Windows, right? So like no one would think about Linux. Never use the AI companion. Why not? Ah, Zenith is here. Zenith, should I use the AI companion for Windows? Embrace asceticism for gigabytes. You know what I would try to use? Temple OS. Does Temple OS actually have a limit to RAM? Unfortunately, though, it's apparently very difficult to use. Like it's not for newbies. But it even has like video games in it. Microsoft dominated because Gates bought DOS from someone and then made it tell everyone that non-MS software could damage their computer. Get the fuck out. Really? Were people that stupid back then? It's so fucking weird. Hello, John Thomas. Welcome to the show. By the way, I'm actually really spooked about all the bots that I see, and I don't even know if they're bots or not, but like, I went on my last video, and I looked at the comment section. 45% of the comment section hasn't watched the video. And the reason I know this is because I chose a wrong title. It was clickbait. And people were commenting on the title and thumbnail, even though it had nothing to do with the video. And I got like other content creators creeped out as well. It's like, well, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, I don't know. And the thing is, like, when you bring it up, a lot of people say, well, yeah, but like, there are individuals that type before watching. And I'm like, okay, sure. That was always the case. Maybe like 5%, alright, 10%, but never 25. Like, it never got that high. And it's so fucking weird, because, like, I wonder, like, is there a glitch in YouTube? And it's like, no, I mean, there can't be a glitch, right? It's just people that might be bots. Welcome to the dead internet theory. Do you know, like, another thing that's interesting? YouTube is now flagging the dead internet theory. I made a video about it, and it's like, it's a conspiracy theory. Like, motherfucker, how do you know? But secondly, like, they're so afraid of it that they have to label it. Wow. What can I say? Your videos are such a source of inspiration. I actually respect that. Like, at least I know they're bots. Most people type their comments fast to get lots of likes. Is that what's happening? Maybe, but like, again, this used to be the thing. Like, I remember, seeing people that are commenting on shit and they haven't watched the video.
which is fine. But as I mentioned before, and I will repeat it because like this is what I want people to understand. It used to be like 5 or 10% of the comments of a video, never 25. There are more bots than people commenting on political videos. There's probably a lot of Indians as well. Didn't like Elon Musk allow people's flag to appear on Twitter, and you notice like a lot of Indians. My favorite thing was when India actually had a surge on the internet. Like a lot of Indians went offline, and all of a sudden, like a lot of right wing political commentators just went dark. I was like, wow, that's very interesting. Like maybe they're visiting, you know. Like I'm not saying they're natives from India, but they could be visiting, right? That's why you don't comment in my videos anymore, because you think I would assume you're a bot. Could happen. A region lock India. It is something I do. Watch the video on my phone, come back later on PC and comment it. You know, like most people at least comment about what the video is, but it is what it is. It's just like an observation. I wanted to know if most content creators notice this, and apparently yes. Apparently it's a trend. Like people genuinely have noticed that that they're getting like comments in their comment section that has nothing to do with the video, and it's like, okay, this is the new internet. Giga Chat Spooky Story Beam. 80% of Indians are still not on the internet. Yeah, I know. It's I honestly like don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because like on one hand, more people to sell shit. Two, on the other hand, more people to generate content. Thing is, like someone told me, it's like, well, you know, why are you upset that Indians are making content about United States? And it's like, well, I'm not upset, but it, like, because I'm doing content about the U.S., right? But the reason I'm doing it is because it literally affects me. Like, wokeness shit started on Tumblr, and then it went into my country, so, like, I need to raise the alarm. Well, I had to. This is why I started my channel. Now I don't anymore, I guess. But the other thing is that I tell people I'm from Romania. Like, I never hide this. I'm not being subversive. Like, I flat out tell people, yeah, I'm a Romanian commentator, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is why I have more respect for Ian Miles Chung than I have, like, for an Indian that's running a right-wing account without disclosing who they are. Like, at least Ian Miles Chung has the decency to know, to tell people, and people know. It's like, okay, this is Ian Miles Chung. This is the guy that, I think... Didn't he swat Andy Worski? I think he did, right? Like, he swatted Andy Worski out of pettiness and vindictiveness. Watched a video about planned obsolescence in washing machine. Creator said that previous comment sections in relevant videos were filled with bots trying to justify the companies. Yeah. No, like, bots are part of marketing now. It's not like... You know, when the internet came out, like, bots were something considered not necessarily, like, borderline criminal, but incredibly dishonorable, like snake oil salesman, disingenuous, right? Kind of like cheating in video games. But now literally everyone does it. Left-wing people do it, right-wing people do it, political commentators do it, corporations do it. Everyone uses bots. And it's annoying because, like, bots used to be, they would have, like, the script, you know, and they would just... have like the same comment, but now they're using ChatGPT, so you can't even tell that they're not people. Was on Zoom, told you I'm going to quit. I was just venting. But XP Pro 64 did exist. I use it all the time. See, chat. I've been gaslit. You guys were trying to prevent me from using the God OS, not the Temple OS, the Windows x64. Anyway, chat, I'm going to pass out. I'm trying to fix my sleeping schedule. This is why I streamed at this hour. Still, thank you that you guys watched. I will do the stream with the Amalgamite Amalgamite on Saturday. Probably before Arch, I will upload the thing a little bit earlier, so you guys can know that I'm streaming. And hopefully I'll see you there. Take care. Also, I asked you, Port Elysium, to free DOS for me. What? Free DOS? Anyway, talk to you guys later. Take care.